Hola, amigos y amigas, and from a suburb of Detroit. I'm upstairs in my home today, but I want to talk a little bit about art, and I'll be taking an art class, a painting class, learning how to paint at the Chapala Cultural Center when I get back to Mexico. I prepaid for the entire course, but you don't have to do it that way. You could do it one class at a time. I put up a video not long ago from the Cultural Center with Ricardo. We were going over all the classes that are available: painting, drawing, or musical lessons and different musical instruments you can learn, and also dance classes that are available. And they cost nothing, I mean, next to nothing. They're very inexpensive. So go to the Cultural Center, check that out, and hopefully you'll get involved in something. But things to do in the Lake Chapala area, that's one of them. There's many things you can do in the Lake Chapala area. I'll put up another video, many of which I did myself. I'll give you a long list, tell you where you can find these things, and most or many of the things I put on the list I have done myself. So I'm physically challenged, have a bad back, but I do things as I can, and some of which are e-biking, playing basketball, tennis, getting into pools, swimming in pools, where you can find pools, many other types of things, and leisure activities as well, sports activities. I'll put up another video about that. But I do want to say that I'm really happy that I'm going to be taking some painting classes, something I wanted to do when I got to Ajijic, but I got interested in so many other things, and everything was so new to me. So I only used to do like maybe, and I'd take a break. I'd go back to my apartment. I lived in Central at the time, so I'd go back to my apartment, spend an hour or so doing this stuff, and then I put them on the walls. And I had the walls covered with them. I've got a lot more, and I liked going into my apartment, opening the doors, seeing some art on the wall. So I did that. I don't have art for sale. I don't try to. I'm an amateur. I did so much, I even gave away quite a few to even my friends or anybody that wanted them. If they liked them, I'd give them away, But it's something I'm going to go back doing, but I want to do some painting. Now, when I moved over, I was the snowbird season, next snowbird season in Ajijic, the second snowbird season. I used to do some in my apartment in La Floresta. For those who aren't aware, I had for 2.5 years a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, really nice apartment, and I did a video, and it had a pool. The apartment condo rental, lived there for 2.5 years. It was in a gated community, had a nice swimming pool, but I'd go and swim a little bit, and then I'd get back out about. Anybody knows me, and if you know anyone who knows me, I love the music scene. I love going to a lot of restaurants, and I like the nightlife that Lake Chapala has to offer. So I'm out and about a lot during the night. But I found the same thing in San Miguel de Allende, but I would take 2 nights off a week and do some drawings. But I want to get back to drawing something and painting and learning how to paint, something I like to do. I liked doing it when I was a kid. As a matter of fact, when I was a kid growing up, I was exposed to many types of culture from different parts of the world. Europe, Latin America, even Mexico, Canada, and I liked learning about different cultures. Now, I started drawing when I was about 8 years old. I'd go on the kitchen table, grab a notepad, do some doodling, and some of it was similar to this. So what I would do is just doodle a little bit and do some abstract stuff, and then I stopped. I started drawing again when I was 13 years old. Had a history class, was asked, you given a selection of projects we could do, one of them which was drawing a poster, and it was of Uncle Sam. So I did a poster of Uncle Sam, I Want You. How I did that was, I was about 13. I found a photo in one of the major news magazines, took that photo out, did horizontal lines and vertical lines, made graph, did numbers, and then on a big piece of cardboard, did the same thing, did the horizontal lines and vertical lines, numbered those lines, looked at the other photograph, and just guided through the graph and did a pretty good picture of Uncle Sam. So I did that again with, and this was on my own. It wasn't for school. It was Alice Cooper, the Medusa head. Got that out of a major magazine also. Did another graph, of course, horizontal and vertical lines and the numbers. Did the picture, filed the graph. That came out good too. But I stopped drawing. I was about 13, started around the spring, summer, and got involved playing a lot of tennis, baseball, things like that, but hadn't drawn since. Not until I started going to Cuernavaca. I went to Cuernavaca, sitting in my hotel room, and I was there twice for 7 days before going to San Miguel to live there for a snowbird season. And I used to go, just do the same stuff. Like this, I was doing the preliminary sketches for these without even realizing that I was going to color them and get pencils. So I picked up some pencils, erasers, and things in San Miguel at the El Pato art shop. It's right down the street from the Pio Organico restaurant and market. Started doing those. Then went to Ajijic the following snowbird season. I'm a resident now, but picked up more pencils from the Ramirez Copy Art Supply, and I bought some more again. I have a new set, did a video over there before I left and came back up here, showing you that that's one of the places you could go to get art supplies. So the lady recognized me from like 4 years earlier, 5 years earlier, so she was still there. Now, you'll meet a lot of good artists in the Lake Chapala area, and I want to say also, when I got to La Floresta, where I had an apartment for 2.5 years, I'd stopped drawing. Let me look at the time here, not doing bad, but I quit drawing, and so things went by the wayside. Although I did do the walkthrough, complete walkthrough, showed you the apartment, I didn't have any of my drawings up. I had different drawings. It's a really good video. I thought I'd be transparent, show you my entire apartment where I was living in all transparency. Took you through a tour of the apartment in which there were some drawings I picked up from the Children's Art Fair at the Lake Chapala Society, and also a painting I picked up at the Ajijic auction, children's auction in the plaza. I did pick up some pottery from Love in Action. A friend of mine, she used to teach the women in the Love in Action Home for Girls, teach them pottery, and I picked up some pottery from there too. And you'll see that in the video. So that was in I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in a gated community with a nice pool too. So I was glad to bring you that video. And I think it's good when YouTubers are transparent and they take you through walks through their apartments or their homes or wherever they live. But I stopped drawing, YouTube came in the way, and once again, like in San Miguel, day in, day, spent a lot of time out at night. I like the nightlife. Anyone who knows, who watches this channel or knows me when I'm down there, I like music, I like the nightlife, the music, the restaurants, everything the Lake Chapala area has to offer. Same thing like San Miguel, but this time when I go back, I'll be doing some painting. So look forward to that. I won't have this channel when I get back. By the time I get back, I did say I'll close the channel, but please continue to watch this channel. Please do. I have a new set of videos, or an older set. I compartmentalized a lot of categories that I have for this channel. You can find those if you tap on the word playlist. You'll find music, videos, also interviews with expats, and I'm adding on to it and adding on to it. Also, there's a post section. You can tap on the word post, and you'll see the post section open up. You'll see videos there and also some photos or descriptions of things I do. I'm working on that, putting that together. Please check that out, as well as the short videos. Tap on the word short or short videos on this channel where it says that. You'll see a lot of the short videos. But getting back to Ajijic and Art, are really good artists in Ajijic and the lakeside area. You'll find a lot of them in the plaza, in the Ajijic Plaza. They are people who never, ever drew in their lives. Now, I was exposed to a lot of places like, as a kid, Detroit Institute of Arts, Diego Rivera had some magnificent murals over there, huge murals, covered big walls. I used to go see when I was a kid, and he was commissioned by Henry Ford of Henry Ford Motor Company to go and paint those murals. I used to go there, and I used to go to the different galleries there, but just want to insert that in there. You're going to find art galleries in the Lake Chapala area, a lot of good galleries. Also, you're going to find good galleries and museums also in Guadalajara, if you go to Guadalajara. So you'll find a lot of those there too. Now, let me think. If you want to meet artists, I'm telling you, there are artists that do sketches and paintings. Some of them were professionals or were doing artwork and might be amateurs like me, and they rekindled their interest in art and other things, and they'll be having their easels out from a given day to day. It depends. You'll see someone out there with easels. They'll be painting or drawing or be taking lessons right in the plaza there. So there's a lot to offer, and there's some good artists there, professionals, and also people like me who are just improving on their art. So you can do that. That's a great place to go to also. You're going to meet a lot of different artists. I have a very good friend. He just texted me today on WhatsApp, sent me some information about something. He is a professional artist. He is commissioned to do some paintings for a European who lives in Ajijic, and I've seen some of those paintings, and they are beautiful. He does a lot of good paintings. He's also, before he retired many years ago, he had a lot of world success. He had a big business, and it was growing and growing. Had some world success in the business world as well. And now he's doing art, continuing his art. So if you go down to the say you come down to Ajijic, you want to meet him, and I'm with him. I'll be more than happy to introduce you to him. No problem. He's a very personable guy, and he is one of the original members of the coffee club that we had started there in the Ajijic Plaza, which also moved over also to to the town of Chapala at another coffee shop. But I want to say that I met another lady, and I'm only going to give you, I met so many artists, but I'll give you one more example, and then I'll cut this video. There was a lady I saw in the Ajijic Plaza. She was very relaxed, really relaxed when you go there. She had a pad on her lap. She was doing some sketching, and I was sitting at the next table. So we were pretty close together. So I looked over and saw her work. I said, "That's beautiful work." And she told me she was a professional artist as well as a curator and archaeological curator up in the States. Before she retired, she's also an excellent artist. And I probably saw her 2 years later, and she was walking on the main highway, on the main sidewalk, on the main street in Chapala. We were sitting at a coffee shop, me and a friend of mine, and I was going to say the word Francisco I. Madero Avenue, which is not from the plaza, but there was a coffee shop there. It wound up moving to another location, but that was a very popular coffee shop. I was sitting here with a friend of mine, and she happened to walk by, and she said hello to me. And my friend says, "Oh, you know her?" I said, "Because we have a mutual friend." She says, "Oh yeah, I met him 2 years ago. I saw some of his drawings. He showed me on his phone. They're pretty good." And it's always good to be around inspirational people. People who are encouraging, and that's what you're going to find there. So people will do things, and even if you don't know how, it's good to get your toes in the water. Sometimes, I'll tell you, the way things that I know is sometimes you think, oh, I don't want to try that. It might not be, I'm not that good, or I can't do this. Or, you know, just try it out. If you want to. There's also many other things. There's leisure activities and sports activities that a lot of expats and Mexican locals like to do. So, with that, tap on that notification bell. You'll be notified of upcoming videos. Thanks for viewing. Adios, amigos.